Comic Book Club. I'm Alex.
I am Pete.
And we have 3 DC #1s coming for you today. We are going to talk about Aquaman #1, Voodoo #1, and All-Star Western #1. And then next week, we're going to stop just talking about DC stuff. So that's
and then maybe Justin will be alive again.
Yeah, well, we're working on a ancient ritual to bring him back from the dead.
Yeah.
It involves sacrificing several trained actors.
Yeah, and hopefully he'll be better than the old Justin.
This is very sad. Let's talk about something that's more exciting. Aquaman #1 from Jeff Johns and Ivan Rice. This, of course, is bringing the King of the Seas back to the DC universe. There's a lot of winking in the issue. There's a lot of art in the issue. Pete, I'm curious here, what do you think? Does this bring Aquaman back to the A-list?
I'll tell you what.
Back to the A-list.
I've never heard of this Jeff Johns guy.
Yeah.
Talented. This guy is talented. No, yeah, at first I was like, all right, let's see what this Aquaman's like. Fantastic.
Yeah.
You really feel bad for Aquaman. You're like, come on, guys, give him a shot. Really amazing issue. I am completely on board. I never thought I'd say that.
Yeah.
I am excited about Aquaman.
I think Jeff Johns' writing is really good in this. He's actually, in my book, 3 for 3 on this DC reboot. But the real star here, and I think Johns makes him the star, is Ivan Rice's art, which is awesome. It's great superhero art, really exciting, cool stuff going on in the issue, really scary monsters.
Yeah.
Ivan Rice seems to be as good with action sequences as he does with scenes where it's just Aquaman sitting in a restaurant.
Sadly sitting in a restaurant. Yeah.
It's also very winky. You know what I would say? We were both fans of Justice League #1, right?
Yeah.
Okay, if you didn't like Justice League #1, you're probably not going to like this either, because it feels very, very similar to
Well, I don't know if I call it winky as much as commenting on what we know about Aquaman.
Yeah, that's what winky means.
Well, I feel like winky's more a little bit like hammy. I didn't think this was as hammy. I thought it was just more commenting.
Sure. Winky.
It's semantics,
Yeah,
I know.
The one thing that I wasn't crazy about in this issue that I will say is Aquaman's relationship with Mera. I'm not crazy about that.
Really?
Yeah, I like the character. I know Jeff Johns wants to push her, but I feel like that particular scene kind of stuck out to me.
Really? You didn't like the hot and heavy action, or just the relationship?
Stay after the show and I'll show you.
Oh boy, that's really...
We're going to talk about the scene in the comic book later, but
I don't want to see your trident.
It makes a shing sound. All right, let's move on. Talk about another sexy comic book, Voodoo #1. This one is from Ron Mars with art by, I'm just looking down for no reason, Sami Basri.
Basri? No reason?
I don't know.
This gets the Holy First Page Award. I was like, wow, Ron Mars really come out of the box.
I'll tell you, we talk about reading comics on the subway a lot because, hey, we're in New York and that's where we read our comic books. I talk about it a lot. But this was the last one in my stack where I was thinking, all right, I'm going to put it off because I know she's a stripper. There's going to be some
I had no idea.
in here. I basically did this. This is me pulling it out of my bag. Okay. That was pretty much it. That said, I will say this is a pretty solid comic book. I enjoyed it. The sexiness, there's been a lot of talk about sexiness in the
sexy.
New 52 with Catwoman and Red Hood and the Outlaws. Here, it's for a reason. I mean, it's part of the character, but it also, I hesitate to even say what goes on in this issue, but it plays towards a reveal, and it's really nicely paced. It's all there for a reason. It's all character-driven, which I know sounds a little ridiculous, but it's nicely structured. It feels a lot like Ron Mars's other work for publisher Top Cow. Yes, it feels a lot like Witchblade and Artifact.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to bring up, like, when he does Witchblade and he's doing the artifacts.
Witchblade, which is different than Witchblade.
Yeah, it's a little slightly different.
She has a braid.
Anyways, yeah, I don't know how to talk. All right. Anyways, Ron Mars does ladies in a way that it doesn't seem like ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like, okay, this is who they are, whatever. And it's not over the top and it's not creepy. And I felt like when this issue started, I was like, Ron, what are you doing to me? And then by the end of it, I was like, all right, Ron. All right, well done.
It definitely pays off nicely in the end. There's at least 2 things that happen in quick succession that make you go, what is going on? And make you want to pick up the second issue.
Yeah.
So while it wasn't knocking it out of the park, I'm definitely interested enough to pick it up issue 2.
Yep.
All right, last one we're going to talk about, All-Star Western. This is from Jimmy Palmiotti and Justin Gray.
Amazing duo.
Amazing duo who wrote Jonah Hex, amazing series before this. This one, of course, is Jonah Hex, but this time in continuity in Gotham City, way earlier than Batman. Except not time-traveling cowboy Batman, but we'll, not talk about that stuff. The art is by Moritat.
Sure.
Yeah, relative of Moriarty. Very exciting. Pete, huge Jonah Hex fan. What'd you think about
All
this?
right, this is exactly what I was nervous about the DC relaunch. They're taking things that you love, putting them in different places, relaunching them, ruining them. All right, this is not, I don't want to see Jonah Hex in a city solving crimes. All right, this isn't cowboy Batman. This is Jonah Hex. Like, what the F? Don't do this. Don't call it Western and then put it in the city, but it's the Jonah Hex we love because he's still fighting people. No. I want to see Jonah Hex out on the prairie doing his thing, handling business, killing people. I don't want to see City Hex, who these dang city slickers, they don't know a thing or two. No, this is ridiculous. I just didn't like to see him out of his element. I was really nervous about reading this issue. I think Palmiotti and Gray are an amazing team. Plus, there's something happening here that got me real upset as well. So I was like, not only is it a reboot to something I love, but also I thought, I haven't seen that twist before and it makes me upset.
Did you like Crocodile Dundee?
First one or second?
First one.
Yep.
Then I don't understand why you didn't like All-Star Western.
Wow.
It's the same plot.
Nope.
No, I will say I disagree with Pete here. I really like this issue. It reads to me like another arc in Jonah Hex. It's, hey, and then Jonah Hex runs to Gotham City and he gets involved in crime there. Like you're saying,
but don't start like this. Don't start like this. First take care of the baby. First take care of the baby.
Jonah Hex sold steadily, but not well. This is going to sell really well.
I'm not in
the
business of selling. I'm in the business of reading. I like reading things that I like.
Right, but the people
I don't care about sales.
The people who
sure,
they
do.
And they want to sell it to people.
Right.
I don't know how to tell you this, but DC doesn't say, you know what, our publishing plan is to sell to Pete LePage.
I'm not saying it should be. I'm just saying that I buy the comic every week because it's a staple and it's amazing.
Every week.
Well, every time it comes out.
All right, I take back my thing about Pete LePage not supporting the comic if you buy it every week.
All I'm saying is, if you mess with something that, all right, whatever.
If you mess with something, LePage is coming for you.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, we're gonna have to agree to disagree on this one, or I guess agree that everything is wonderful.
Yeah, everything is wonderful.
Guys, that is it. If you want to learn more, you can check out our website at comicbookclublive.com with podcasts, info about our show, forum that nobody goes to, other stuff. Pete, what else should people check out?
Hey, if you're ever in New York City on a Tuesday, we'd love to see you at our live show.
Yeah.
That we do right here at the People's Improv.
At this bar.
Yeah. Well, that's a little bit more over this way where there's a stage. But we'd love to see you. It's every Tuesday at 8 o'clock. Justin is there a little bit sometimes. Yeah.
Well, we got to finish the ritual. So.
Yeah, that's true. So he'll be there once we create him.
It's like weird science, but stupid.